Here's another question. What causes some people to feel their lives are pointless and without meaning when they have great families and jobs, etc.? What causes some people to feel their lives are pointless? Well, this is deep. This is very deep. And sometimes feeling that your life is completely pointless and meaningless and empty can be something that happens just before a major breakthrough comes. Because the fact of the matter is that it is empty. In exactly the same way that a dream is empty. When you have a sleep dream and you have a dream of being given a red Cadillac, the feeling of joy doesn't come out of the red Cadillac. It comes out of you in your dream. Oh, I'm so happy to have a red Cadillac. But if, for example, you had a bad association with a red Cadillac, when you dreamt of it, you'd have a bad feeling. Oh my God, this is the Cadillac that killed my something. So the feeling never emanated from the red Cadillac. There was nothing that emanated from the red Cadillac. It was simply an image in your mind. And it's exactly the same with everything here in this realm. Say you bought a red Cadillac in this realm. No two people who bought a Cadillac in this realm would get that experience the same way. Why? Because the experience of having it comes out of them, not out of the Cadillac. This is very important to understand. So you might have a great job, but who you're being that it is such that it doesn't give you any great joy. Because it actually can't. If you were to get joy and meaningfulness from the job, it would be coming out of you, not out of the job. And with a family, who you're being that family life is, gives you how you get it. You're the source of that feeling. We expect life to have meaning, but it actually doesn't. If it did have a meaning, we'd all get the meaning. There'd be one meaning and we'd all get it. But it doesn't have a meaning. But we do get to invent a meaning if we want. But there's no meaning that emanates from life. It just is. So what causes this feeling of meaninglessness, of emptiness? Sometimes that feeling of just being dead inside can be a symptom of not having fully processed some trauma. It can be a symptom of not having integrated the past in some way, and perhaps on a deep unconscious level blocking it, so that your normal perceptions are somehow jammed by this unresolved issue. Generally speaking, these things naturally move forward and come up into our conscious mind for resolution. Most people have asked their mind, who am I and what is this life? And if you do that, you'll come up with the answer that there's something wrong with you. 9 times out of 10, people come up with the idea there's something not quite right. They haven't got all the software. And there's something not quite right about life, about my life. something not quite there. There's a missing piece, perhaps. And this is a good thing, because the mind's version of who you are and what life is terrible relative to what life actually is and who you actually are. Beyond your persona, beyond the parts you play in the movie of this life, being a father, going to work, having these talents, having these possessions, beyond that, you will find yourself. If you don't find yourself and think you are the part you're playing, you will suffer. And the kind of suffering is different for each person, but it's basically a feeling that it's pointless, that there's no meaning. And that should goad you on to open up the inquiry. Who am I then? I asked my mind and it gave me not a very good answer. So let's continue the inquiry into the question, who am I? And take it further within, beyond the psychological self, beyond the roles I play, beyond the thoughts that I have. What's at the core of me? What's the deepest part of me? And it's the witness. Your senses report to the witness. And sitting there as the witness, a very strange thing happens. You feel like you're filling up with fulfillment. You feel like you're filling up with contentment. You feel like you're getting a meaning from life that is not factual or conceptual. It's a feeling. So open the inquiry and all will be well.